Michelle here, welcome to my mental health channel to discuss anger today because for the most part we think of anger as a negative and as something you shouldn't have. Anger is a natural emotion. It can be a very helpful emotion and it is normal. It's normal to experience anger. It can give us a burst of energy to get done something that we need to do. But anger outbursts can also come from nervous energy built up in our nervous system, and it can be nervous energy from long ago trauma, past accumulated stress. So when people come to my office and want to talk about their anger issues, it's not usually a once in a while anger for a very important reason. Want to work on anger because they have determined that they have a pattern of expressing the anger that is hurtful to other people and ultimately hurtful to themselves as well. And they want to figure out what's going on here, what do I do about it? So while anger is a normal emotion and we're not going to judge ourselves and don't allow other people to judge you for expressing anger, if it's done to hurt other people and if it becomes something that feels like it's occurring fairly often and is getting in the way of your life, or other people tell you that it's problematic for them, then it's something really to spend some time looking at. So if you have this habit of problematic anger expression, the cues are coming from inside your mind, and it's not necessarily something that is really important outside of you that's happening that you need to respond to. You know, there's not someone beating up your best friend and you get angry and scared and you go and help that friend. This is anger that is coming from minor slights or thoughts that are causing a problem for you. Your mind finds convincing evidence that others are to blame, and then you usually lash out at other people. So have you ever experienced this kind of disconnected anger? You have perhaps an expression of highly charged words directed toward others. You sort of feel that you're erupting and you don't have control over it. Thing has triggered this ball of energy, this storm of energy within you. And this energy was just waiting patiently inside of you to fight against an unseen, perhaps even unremembered danger from your past. Let's talk about the physiology of the fight or flight reaction. It can show up whether you're trying to get out of the way of a car that's just about to hit you in the street, or if you're sitting in an interview or a tense meeting at the bank or something, can feel kind of the same. If you live this way, it's easy to see how this could truly impact one's life, make daily life very challenging. So their blood pressure and heart rate increases, our blood sugars and fats dump into the blood to supply quick energy. So that's what causes the heart rate increase, moving that throughout the body for the energy that we may need to fight. We'll have increased muscle tension so that we are strong and can be fast. Our skin might become pale or even cool. That means the blood flow to the surface of the body is rerouting to our arms and legs so we can run, so we can fight. It's rerouting to our eyes, to our ears, to help us with the self-protection that our brain thinks that we need. And also less blood flow to the skin reduces bleeding. So if we are in an actual fight, this could help protect us and save our lives even. So it's there for a good reason, and it's important to remember it's there for a good reason. So if we're having a intense interaction with our partner, or we're in a difficult meeting at work, the physiology of fight or flight and we can talk more about the physiology of fight or flight. I can list some of them below. It's really important to know what they are, why they're there for us, that they're there actually to protect us. But if the fight or flight system is kicking in regularly, that stress response that normally helps us causes great injury to our brain, to our cells. There's no car about to run into us, but our nervous system, when we get upset about something, acts as if there might as well be. So we will have the physiology to fight if it's a scary, terrible person coming at us, to run if it's a car about to hit us on the street. But those things aren't happening, so there's no way for that energy to easily disperse, because it's not a brief, irregular experience. The stress response is actually wearing down our nervous system. But in our modern life, the fight or flight system might flare up and stay there for long periods. It might flare up very regularly. When we're unable to protect ourselves, that tremendous energy that's built up in our nervous system stays fixed in our neuromuscular pattern. It never discharges, and so the discharge of that energy is so important for us to not have this buildup of stress that is wearing down our body. We start to experience distorted thinking, where most people are a threat, out to get us, out to hurt us. So becoming aware of the physiological reactions that we have to anger can help us change from reacting to responding, and hopefully turn down our stress response and increase our feeling of connectedness with other people in the world. So in therapy, we may start working together, doing an inventory of the situations that trigger our outbursts. Sorry, the light's gotten strange here. That inventory will start with the smallest triggers to the largest, and then the homework will be to go out, and when you experience that smallest trigger, say it's someone who you find irritating on the radio, or it's a certain smell that's in your office, whatever it is, and tune in, instead of reacting, tune in first to your physical response. What do you experience with that smallest of irritants?